All right, let's go live over here. Driving on TikTok. Or not TikTok. Twitch. I need some chapstick actually. I needed chapstick the whole entire day yesterday, and I did not get chapstick. I think I might go get chapstick before we actually start this live. Um, yeah, so let me just bring this up. Monetization on. We'll definitely start. I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Watching Baymax yesterday. Hey, got a notification this morning. So not late. That's great to hear. Love to hear it. All right. Give me a second, guys. You know what? Let me just hit this. Did can I? Oh wait, I'm not even in the right section. You got a notification too? Well, maybe YouTube's stepping it up for me. All right. Did you hit the like button yet? So make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm gonna go and get some chapstick because I don't know where. I usually have chapstick down here, but I don't have chapstick with me. So I will be right back. All right. Just hit the like button while I'm gone. All right. Perfect. I needed chapstick all yesterday. I don't know why. My mouth has been dry, but it has. So we got 55 people that are here. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here, whether you're a member, you're a subscriber. I do appreciate you guys a lot. We are going to go to subscribers only right now. So if you guys want to hit that subscribe button, please do so. Also, whenever I have a video, um, I found out a way that I won't be able to get rid of all the spam comments or anything. But what I'm going to do is answer all the subscriber comments. So if you guys have a comment you want to say to me, whether it's a hateful comment or whatever, subscribe to me and I will respond to it. Yesterday I was able to respond to a number of comments, but I'm not always on top of it, but I'll try and be more on top of it because I feel like that's part of the journey is being able to respond to subscribers. And if I can't respond to every single person during the live streams, it's better to be able to do it on some of these videos, especially if I don't create a live stream on that video on that day. So yeah. Anyways, get a notification. What's good, Matt? I started my Sateo position. Happy about what about that to go heavy in Stratos and XRP in the coming weeks. Yeah, so I remember talking about Stratos a while ago and how how much potential Stratos can have. I never invested into it. I was going to, but I never invested into it. Um, turn up 100. Matt, please check Jupiter token. Eventually, yeah, just remind me in a little bit. I just want to right now just get familiar with the people that are here and talk to you guys. Thoughts on XRP? I'll go through that in a little bit as well. Let me just jot down things because I always like to give my thoughts on certain plays. I don't know what Jupiter is, but I will check it out. Jupiter token. I haven't really heard much about it, but we'll check it out. Does anyone know how much Richard's Dragon NFTs are? No price on the site and look like only two minted so far. So it was $150 at one point, but I believe the price of ETH went up, so it is at a higher price. I'm not so sure how high it is, but it is at a higher price. Um, I definitely think there could be a lot more that goes into it. Like people, I know for a fact that um, NFTs it takes so long to build up hype for them. Even if you're going to have a amazing concept for it, where you're going a lot of Terra Luna Classic with it, or majority of the revenue that comes through there, it's tough. You know, it's very, very tough because I've seen people that have made NFTs that have failed, not because the NFTs weren't good. It's because it takes a long time to build up that, and you need consistency. There are some NFT projects, various NFT projects that I've seen that were created that have great concepts, but they just didn't take off. And even Lunatic's token, when they did their NFT sale, they did end up seeing a lot of people purchase it, but that's because they took the time to build up a ton of hype, right? If you think about how many NFTs they had, which were like what, 5,000 or something, I can't remember the exact number, and how many people were invested into the project, right? You have 8,000 people that are invested into the project, and you have 20,000 people that are following them on Twitter. So the interest is there, and you have to build interest. It's so difficult to do that, um, you know, with a smaller YouTube channel. To be honest, I've tried to build NFTs, but I was advised not to do that because one, people look at a lot of NFTs as cash grabs. So if I did it to cover my costs plus make a little bit of money, people would be like, "Oh, you're taking advantage of your community. You're doing what you said you don't want anybody else to do." And you're right. I don't want to sit here and create NFTs for my benefit. Um, Even though it would be my benefit plus, some other people's. I was looking to make a, Shiba Inu NFTs, and I did have the whole process of somebody mocking them up with like a buff Shiba Inu, and they were going to be the NFTs with different clothing, whether it's jackets or anything like that, and it would have been cool. But I decided to just eat the cost of building those NFTs and not even launch them, um, just because. So I have all of the images. I just never launched anything. I was looking to launch it uh, on crypto.com's platform. So let's see, Matt. I just made 1,889% on Pidgey or Pige. Please look at Pidgey's coin market cap, bro. I'll take a look at it. I'll bring it up and we'll go over it. We got a little bit of time today. Yesterday, I had an amazing day. I don't think it was great on the amount of views. It was just great on the amount of productivity. Like, I feel like I got a lot done. I was able to live stream in the morning for about an hour. Um, then I was able to take a lot of those clips and post those on the NFA channel, which, they may have not gotten a ton of views, but, it's about consistency. So putting those videos out there with the thought of coming back to the live stream as well, putting the full link to the live stream there. I also had a live stream in the garage for golf. I uploaded for this channel as well. Uploaded some golf videos, editing some golf content, recording some golf content. So I had a blast yesterday. It was like I was everywhere. The only thing I didn't do was eat. Uh, I didn't eat lunch. I put the food in the microwave and didn't take it with me. So so I didn't eat yesterday. I didn't eat lunch. So I was a little bit upset about that. I was kind of rushing out the door. I got to play an amazing course that I love playing. Hit the ball really well. Didn't shoot an amazing score, but still, I'm happy with it. I just bought $200 in the pre-sale Ren Q without doing any research. If it's gone, it's gone. Okay. I've tried to look up RenQ, and for some reason it doesn't come up on my um on my coin market cap. I've tried to look it up because someone asked about it yesterday. How to buy into XRP, asking for a friend. You can buy in, asking for a friend, or you're not asking for yourself. You can buy XRP on, I believe, Uphold, and then uh, I buy it on KuCoin, or not buy it, but like swap for it on KuCoin. That's an easy way for me because I have KuCoin. The best way for me to do it. Hey Matt, do you think Luna T ETH V3 contract will be ready? Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some back and forth comments in the core group talking about when things will be ready. I haven't looked into it. I definitely was thinking about it the other day because Ethereum was up to $1,900 and I had two Ethereum that were invested in there. So obviously I want to be able to gain something with it, and if we would have saw that the initial launch take off and not have any errors, I think we would have gained so much more. My thought process was to 10x that money that I invested into it, because I believe I was going to be receiving something from the team that I was going to hold for a very, very, very long time. Um, and I was going to obviously, I was going to look at my own investment as a time to take profit. But, it obviously didn't work out that way. I mean, it could have because I was up. I just wasn't up the amount that I wanted to be up, especially off of a launch. It's just the launch had two or now three different launches. So I don't know when it will be ready, but I'll definitely try and get some information out today to see, if and when it will be ready. Thank you for that super chat, Nero. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. I appreciate that. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I can't really complain. Revenue is definitely up in YouTube, in the ad land, so I'm happy about that. I haven't seen a ton of views, but revenue is definitely up. We're seeing more per 1,000 views, so I'm a little bit happier from where we were in the first quarter. And now that we're in the second quarter, hopefully things look a little bit better when it comes to revenue wise over there. I do want to take a ton of time to go through Patreon as well and go through the Discord. I want to be able to respond to people on there. I think that's the best place for people to reach out to me. That and a Patreon and Discord group. But I've been kind of MIA for a little bit because Harper's been home with me for a while, so I want to focus a lot of time on there. But to see how my day or life is going, it's going pretty good. I cannot complain. Harper's doing great in swimming class and just love it. Can you put I don't know how to say it. Is it Sateo? Horrible with reading names or tokens or anything because you never know how people are saying it. I'll put it there. Market is moving. Not in the right direction. I mean, in the last hour, you may see some things that are moving, but if we go to coin market cap, if we get off the screen of me and looking at me, you're going to see that. Let me actually adjust this a little bit. There we go. And you can see me a little bit better. All right. Yeah, so if we actually look into the market, we can see we're down 1%, 1.23%. Bitcoin's still above 30,000, but like I said, it's not at a level to where you can look at it as a level of support. You're kind of looking at it as a level of resistance, a level to retrace from. However, I don't know how the market's going to react. I would think it's going to be in a positive way because of CPI data. So I'm definitely thinking that no matter what, it's going to be positive news, right? Knowing that it's going to be 9 months of decreased inflation is insane. It's going to be great. And if we're that far off, let's say expected is 52. This is the only thing that could possibly make it absolutely collapse. If expected is 52, 5.2. So if we go over here to inflation data, right? If expected is 5.2 and we come back at, let's say, higher than previous at 6.1 or 6.2, that's when we can expect an absolute fall of the markets, like a crash of the markets. Coming back that far away from expected would be insane. So my expectations are that, we fall in between the 6% and the 0.2%, which would be 0.8% of a difference. You have all of that room. You're going to be lower than the previous month. However, will you be lower than expected? That's where it gets crazy, because if it is lower than expected, the markets may absolutely run, may absolutely boom. And that's what I was saying on Twitter recently. So I'm very excited about this. But I hope that we end up seeing I hope that we end up seeing this lower than expected. That would be phenomenal if we do. But anyways, cryptocurrency, if you look at Bitcoin, it's at 30,000. Ethereum is lower than that 19,000 mark. You're seeing everything else really in the market fall down quite a bit, right? You're seeing XRP that's down about, to 50 cents. It's down 3.4%. Cardano down 3.4%. Dogecoin down 3.7%. Solana is actually up. That's been making weird moves compared to the market, or compared to the market and a lot of other altcoins. But you're seeing this up about 5%, up to $23.51. Shiba Inu's down about 2%, 2.5%. Uniswap, 3%. Let's scroll down here to find Terra Luna Classic at some point, wherever it is. See where that is. I don't even know where Terra Luna Classic is. Did I pass it? I feel like I passed it, or maybe I didn't. There's Terra Luna Classic. Loopring is down by 2%. I don't know why I'm missing it. It's got to be here somewhere, and I'm just missing it. Or maybe they have it listed in a different place. Terra Classic. It's 64th, but for some reason, I guess it's not going to show up on the list because I looked in the 60s. So we're down about 2% for Terra Luna Classic. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. Is it going to be a bull run today? I mean, if it comes back lower than expected, I don't see why not. And you never really know. It's all about how people are going to react. And my overall thought is that if you have it at a 0.8% drop over previous, and it comes back lower than expected at like 0.9% drop over previous, or 1% drop over previous, that could be huge. But then we get to the question, are they going to continue to hike up interest rates? Because if they do, then we could see a continued decrease in inflation by these percentages, and we'll just be dealing with that for a month, and then we'll start to see the interest rate drops, right? I've been holding Solana for a couple of years. I believe in Solana. Thoughts on Solana? Do you see 20x? So I will go over Solana a little bit. I'll go over a couple of things. So I'll start with Solana, and then we'll go into like XRP and Jupiter and Pidgey and all that stuff. But in between, I'm definitely going to have some reading of some comments. But we may end up going 4 or 5 minutes on some of these plays to see what's happening in them. And where I believe things can go with those plays, how much, projected. My stomach is growling, and I hope you don't hear that because it's growling a lot. So we'll go into it. Helium merger on Solana blockchain is on the 18th. What about Shiba, bro? SHIB is at a lower point. I'm still excited about SHIB. It's just we're not seeing altcoins move as much. You're seeing mainly, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana that are moving. You're not really seeing Shiba Inu that's moving. It's staying kind of steady, kind of flat, right? If you guys haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. I would love to get to a percentage, right? Typically, the percentage that we're seeing for likes to views is around 10%. Right now, we're higher than that. So if you guys can hit the like button and get it well above 10%, I would love to be 50% of what the views are. I would love to see likes. So if you guys want to do that, I would appreciate it. Ether high tomorrow. Going to be a pump for crypto. We will see. Please and good morning. I don't know what Doge GF is, but that's probably where I'm not saying I draw the line, but I look at anything that kind of feeds off of the name of some other popular position, like Baby Doge or like Vault Inu or anything like that, and I don't really give many updates on them. Not saying that I don't believe in them or you can't make money from them. It's just not a play that I would invest into. So I never really even look at it. But then again, there are plays that I look at that I don't know about that I wouldn't invest into. And I've talked about it yesterday, right, with high dilution potential. So maybe. I don't want to look at too many things because then I'll have too many videos on the NFA channel. But we'll see. We will see. Please, there's still any hope in cryptocurrency again, please. Is there any hope? Yeah, I think there's a lot of hope. All right. Let's start out by looking at Solana. I think a lot of people have invested into Solana at least once in their lifetime. If you're in crypto, I mean, Solana is definitely a great play. I've seen so much success with this in talking about this at $11 and then going up to $20+, people making money from it off of the fact of me just mentioning it in a video and how it could be worth a lot more than people think. And instantly, in like a couple of days, it was like a day actually, it rose to a hell of a high level, right? So from a level of $11 up to $20+, and now you're seeing it again rise quite a bit compared to the rest of the market. You see Bitcoin that's down 0.3%, Ethereum that's down 2.4%, and you scroll down here, you're going to see Solana that's actually up 5%, up to $23.52. Now, this definitely has a lot of potential, right? When you look at the highest level of market cap, this was up in the $90 billion market cap level. So looking for a 10x and where it is, yes, you can see a 10x. Now asking for a 20x, that's where you're looking at, basically a $200 billion market cap. That's tough for it to get to. Not saying that it will not get to that. I believe that there will be a lot of projects that can compete up in those levels, up in the Ethereum-like levels right now. Obviously, Ethereum will be competing with Bitcoin in such a big way, but everything else will be competing for those second, third, fourth, fifth spots, in the top 5. And I think Solana will definitely be competing for it with ADA and BNB and all of those. But you see here that Solana had $1.2 billion in volume. That's great to see. It's up 99%. You're seeing the overall supply at 300, or circulating supply at 391 million. Total supply at 539 million, which you have had some dilution from the previous point of where it did hit that market cap. It doesn't mean that it can hit the same price that it hit before, but definitely hitting a higher price than where it is right now, well above where it is right now. So much more use case, behind it. But I'm more into the investment side of things, just like probably you are. If you're invested into something like Solana, you're more into the investment, the gain side of it, rather than just like what it's going to be. Yes, you want to know that it's going to be something big so that you can have something long-term as well, but most people are in it for whatever the investment can be in sort of the short term. If they can make 10x in the short term, they will be out in the short term. So that's where a lot of people stand. And you see that over the last 24 hours, it did hit $24 and a low of $22. And if you look at over the last month, it's been down to 18 versus the $24 that it has been to. So currently, again, we're looking at a $9.2 billion market cap. Definitely shows it has a lot of potential if you look at all history, seeing this all the way up to a $250 price. But again, you had some supply that was added there. You are looking at, again, a market cap that was up in the $77 billion market cap. I believe it was higher than that because it was definitely ranging up to like the 90 billion. But it started to fall down when everything really else started to fall down in November. And now you're seeing it at a level to where a lot of people see it as an investment. Now, the only thing I would caution you for when it comes to Solana is the fact that you're investing at a higher point compared to this lower point that we have seen, right? We've seen this down to single digit dollars in the last year. So knowing that you are closer to the low than you are to the high, which is a good thing in the last year. However, you do still have a lot of room in between where it is right now and where it could go at a lower point, right? So you could see pullbacks, especially if it's going to play catch up to the market. So be careful because you never know what Solana is going to do. I think, yes, you have some news behind it that creates a pump, but you could see a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. So be careful in anything that you are investing into. And if you're investing into this play and saying, I'm going all in, how about you backtrack? You don't go all in and you maybe get 25%, maybe get 50% of what you're going to invest. And then if it does come back, you invest the other 50% because now you feel a little bit more comfortable because you didn't invest everything that you own. So Solana is a great play. I've talked about it plenty of times on the NFA channel. I've talked about it plenty of times on this channel and on live streams. It just has a lot of gain potential for the normal person there. So you guys like it, check it out, give it a look, and hopefully you guys make money from it. Sold all my SHIB and bought Nexa. I don't know what that is. Oh, you're like pushing a coin here. I think it's going to pump with Doge. You think Doge GF is going to pump with Doge? It may. Whenever you see things that do pump, anything that's kind of tied to it will pump as well. Just understand that they will not get to the level that the original is at. You know what I mean? So it's going to be not a carbon copy, but sometimes it will be, but it will be a copy of what it is by name, and it'll never get to those levels. But it will have gains, and you will be able to have something from it. It depends if it's legit, and I haven't looked into if it's legit or not. Looking at the sniff score, looking at the holders, understanding the volume, because most of those, like, you'll see a pump at some point, but you'll see less volume that go into it now, and you'll see that they added on markets, and it's just not a good situation if they're adding on markets and you're seeing less volume. Shiba gonna dump hard? I mean, I hope not. Everything dumps before CPI data. Relax, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, and once you have something positive, it's like everything explodes. If you see the opposite beforehand, you're gonna see, like, if you see dumping beforehand, a lot of people believe that you're gonna see the opposite when the data goes live, and that would be amazing. And if we do see lower than expected, I definitely think we need to see a $1.3 trillion market cap, if not a 1.5 trillion. I would love to see that. And hopefully it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum that's moving. I need to see everything. The expectations of big bank institutions due to CPI data release is 1.5. So how will the gold market react in the Forex market? I'm not so sure about that. I don't know how it will react, but that's the right idea, is always thinking about how the markets will react to this data. It's not about the fact that it is bullish momentum. It should be bullish data and bullish momentum because of it, but how will people react to it? Do we see everybody like on the same page to where we're going to react in a positive way? My overall thought is that markets will boom, right? Now, how much will they boom? I don't know. But I know if it comes back lower than expected at 5.1, that would be huge, because not only is it within that 0.8 range, but we're showing that it's decreasing inflation even more. And if we had another interest rate hike, which people don't want to see, I know, then you could see this decrease even more and get back to a form of normalcy. So I'm not so sure, but I'm definitely, just waiting here, anticipating the boom of the crypto market, or boom of any market, really. What's your prediction for Jasmine Coin? I don't know where Jasmine Coin is right now, but I did talk about Jasmine Coin yesterday on the NFA channel. If you guys want to check it out, I'll just quickly look at it, but it's not going to be something where I review it at all. Currently, we're seeing it at about 0.6 cent, well, actually 60% of a penny. We saw this at a high yesterday of 6.5 or 65% of a penny. And it just has so much potential. Is analytics, insight, crypto news trustworthy? I mean, define trustworthy. Everybody has their own agenda. So I don't know. Give me a second. I don't know if it is. Analytics. I mean, you could probably check, but I mean, most places that have any type of news, crypto news, any news has their own agenda. So I wouldn't call anything 100% trustworthy. If they're offered money, they will take it. Yeah, I would say any place that has any type of following can be offered some money to push a certain thing. So a lot of times, I don't know the answer to that question. Honestly, I do appreciate the super chat. But a lot of times, like when I'm checking news, I'm looking for like kind of red flags to where they're like, hey, at the end of it, they're like, what I would invest my $1,000 into. And it looks like after you read that article, they're trying to push whatever investments they're holding on you. As well as other ones that are like, oh, this person bought Dogecoin, buy RenQ, or this person bought Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, buy Bitgert. Those things kind of are red flags. It's not saying that Bitgert or RenQ or any of those plays are horrible. It's just they are investing into them for the wrong reasons, right? They're investing into them to see you guys lose money and them gain money, right? Markets are about winners and losers. And when you have markets out there that are, or articles out there that are pushing a certain thing and kind of tearing down another one, it kind of hurts those positions that you were holding. And it also may hurt the position that they're talking about, but it doesn't matter. It matters about them making money out of it, you know? What do I think ETH will do today following the update on CPI? CPI. That's interesting. I don't know why my nose just whistled. That's very interesting because we already seen Bitcoin and Ethereum move a little bit. Now it hasn't moved a hell of a lot. We've seen it move quite a bit. I'm hoping that we can see it break 2,000. And we can see Bitcoin kind of make 30,000 a level of support. That's what I want to see, is making 2,000 a level of support for Ethereum and making 30,000 a level of support for Bitcoin. But right now we're still seeing them as levels of resistances rather than levels of support. Now Bitcoin's still holding above 30,000, but you know, it could happen any minute now to where it does drop below it because it is only $11 above 30,000, $13, $14. So we will see. We will see. I hope Shiba will crash super hard, adding 3 more zeros, killing all the whales who suppress the coin value. I mean, I don't think that'll happen with the amount of holders. I don't think that'll happen. We have 200 people here, guys. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. You will only be able to comment if you are subscribed, so please subscribe to the channel. And answer the poll. If you haven't hit the like button, please do it. But yeah, let's get into I guess another play. What are my thoughts on XRP? Most people understand my thoughts on XRP. XRP is a great play. We understand that there are a lot of predictions that are out there, varying from a level of, you know, about not a dollar, you know, couple of cents per coin, right? Looking at 90 cents per coin, or a dollar something, $2, right? All the way up to 100 plus thousand, 200 plus $1,000, saying that the value is going to be that much higher than where it is today and be worth trillions upon trillions of dollars, right? Or it could be worth less depending on how much the burn factor goes into it, which the burn right now is kind of, it's not non-existent. It's just not, it doesn't really have an impact to the overall supply, to be honest. But right now you're seeing XRP that is down about 3.5%. So we're seeing that react heavy on the negative side, to where the market was, right? XRP was, sort of up yesterday. You can see Ethereum and Bitcoin and a lot of other things that were up. And now you're seeing a little bit of a retracement in something like XRP. So XRP, again, has massive use case potential. We still have to worry about, whether things are going to be labeled as unregistered securities or not. But that's not something that I truly, I mean, I guess we have to worry about, but it's not something that I truly worry about right now. I feel like that's just more of like a defense mechanism for the government, right? The government's trying to delay crypto from exploding and, trying to take all wind out of its sails. And XRP is kind of one that really leads the charge in fighting this. And I love the fact that, Ripple is fighting this rather than just giving up or folding like an exchange that like Kraken, where they had their APY program, they had their earn program shut down and paying a fine because of it. So giving money to the government, shutting down that program, making the government a little bit better in their banking institutions, their situations where they're giving you 0.01% or 0.1%, APY versus 4%, 5%, 10% in cryptocurrency. It hurts the banks. That's why they're doing that. So currently XRP is at 50 cents. We're seeing it down about 3.6%. Total market cap at $26 billion market cap, fully diluted is $50 billion. You are looking at volume of 1.1 billion. We've seen a ton of volume that flows through this on a daily basis. I love seeing it. XRP definitely has a lot of potential. I've talked about it in plenty of videos. I have 1,700 XRP, and I bought it previously. I bought it for more of a day trade previously, but now I understand what the long-term effects could be, what the long-term potential could be in a position like this. So yeah, circulating supply looking at 51 billion, total supply or max supply at 100 billion. So yes, you do have some dilution potential that's in it. Looking at a $50 billion market cap, if you see it at the current price point, right? And if you see it at $1 with all of the supply that's out there, that's $100 billion market cap, which XRP has been up to those levels. It has hovered around those levels for a while. It's not something that, it's not foreign to them to be up in those levels, if not further than that. So I'm expecting them to get back there. But understand that these are higher market caps that you're dealing with. As you look at like the top 3 coins, top 4 coins, top 5 coins, you're looking at higher market caps. You're looking at levels to where you're not gaining as much of a percentage, depending on what you believe this is going to do over the long term or over the short term, right? Over the short term, you can see a lot of plays that you may gain, 10% or 10x or 20x or anything like that. With this, it may be to a point to where you only gain a 2x, 3x, 5x, right? With something like Bitcoin, you're gaining a 2x back up to all-time highs. Ethereum, you're gaining a 2 or 3x up to all-time highs. So you're not really gaining as much, but it's labeled as consistent gainers, consistent movement. And that's what I feel like XRP is. However, you always want to save some for what the long term could be, because people thought that Bitcoin was at its limit when it was at 20,000. Then it dropped down to 2,000. And then it skyrocketed up to 67,000, back down to 30,000, and then back up to 69,000. So, you're seeing people saying, oh, well, this has limitations. It has a ceiling that it's going to get to. You can set whatever ceiling you want to, but understand that those ceilings can be broken. And I think that's what XRP is going to do. So we'll see what XRP stands for. We'll see where it goes. I currently have 1,700 XRP, at which I plan on holding probably somewhere north of 1,000. Maybe, I may end up holding 200 for the long term, as in the longest time possible, because if it is going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or a potentially worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, I will take that any day of the week, right? And I'm sure you will as well. So anyways, that's where XRP is. And they hate Binance because of FTX CZ refusal to help save it. Who hates Binance? The government? What do you think about near protocol? I don't know if I'll get into that today, just because I feel like I have too many too many things that I'm going over. But we'll see. We will see. Good day, bro. Can you say about Smooth Love Potion? I've seen that a couple of times. Um, I've seen that trend on crypto.com, and then I haven't seen it trend in a while for Smooth Love Potion. Um, I know that some people are definitely hype about where that can go, and it was always interesting because I just like the name Smooth Love Potion. It sounds like an R&B album from the 90s. Uh, so I don't really have an opinion on it. Um, Strawberries and champagne, smooth love. USA government, yeah, they suck. I mean, I live in the USA, and I contribute with my taxes to that government. Um, but the decisions that they make sometimes are just ridiculous. The race is on. The race is on. It's 7 o'clock here, so we got about what, an hour and a half. Mm. Sorry. Yeah, so we got about an hour and a half until that data is released, and we will see what is happening here. I didn't say good morning to Leotis. I didn't say good morning to the people that are watching on Twitch. I appreciate you guys watching on Twitch. Um, just being here, it just means a lot. Early birds. Yeah, I have to be. I hate I hate waking up late. Like, even though waking up late, getting sleep, like, sometimes feels nice, to be able to do that, and I'll probably do it maybe once a month, 2 times a month. I feel lazy. I feel so lazy if I don't get enough done. Like yesterday, I didn't feel like there was a lot of views that I had on my channel, on any channel really. But the fact that I put a lot of effort into a ton of things that I was doing, if I continue to do that, you'll see a lot more. And the only thing I do feel lazy about is that I did not get to Patreon. And I feel like Patreon just gives me so much more value. If you can have a ton of people on Patreon, you can make as much content as you want and not worry about the view count. And that's what I want to get to. I want to be able to make content material for people and not have as much go on these free places, or maybe still have content that's going on these places as well, in order to continue to build interest for Patreon. But it's just so much better to not have to worry about the view count. I think it's healthier. Um, I think I don't know, it just feels better. And where I'm not worried about that, and I would just worry about, producing and putting out a video, or how I feel about a certain play, whether we have a ton of likes or not. And honestly, that's what Patreon offers. So I do want to make Patreon more consistent, Discord group more consistent, and make sure people are getting what they pay for and everything. But obviously, I've been MIA for like maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks. Um, so I want to get back on it because spending time with these kids, I got to make sure that I work through the time. So we'll work with it. How much money did you start with to build the account of 60K? So honestly, if you factor it into how much I started with from the investment into crypto, it was actually zero, because I made all the money that I invested into crypto from AMC. So I started in AMC with $16,000. I got that value all the way up to a high of, it could have been more, but it was $80,000 worth. I ended up taking out $16,000, or half my position, or not half a little bit less than half, at $20 for AMC. That was when it was at, when I bought at like $8. So I made a ton of money out of it. I ended up taking my initial investment, put majority of that, it was like 10,000 or 11,000 into crypto, to where I invested into plenty different things. So I started with zero. Let's say I started with 11,000 because that's what I started with in the crypto market. But then I did consistently invest as well. It wasn't just growing. Because the thing that saved me, because when I invested, it was definitely in a middle stage, right? It wasn't at the highest point, it wasn't at the lowest point, it was in a middle stage. So when I invested, I had a lot of plays that I would invest into that have decreased in value, and you can see that over in my Coinbase portfolio, where you'll have some things that are down, like Krill Coin that is down. You'll have Harvest Finance, even though over in what's it called? I can't think of the name. Coinbase Pro, I made a lot of money there, so it really didn't convert the amount that I made over there, because I made $9,000 in Harvest Finance. But you can see here from where this investment went in here, it's down right here. It's down, right? So you're seeing things that are down from those levels. And obviously, the thing that saved me was Terra Luna Classic, going from a level of $40 or $43 all the way up to $30,000 at a high. So that obviously saved me quite a bit. And that's the reason why I am so positive. If not, I would be in the negative with how much I did invest, because I added more money to it, right? Adding thousands and thousands to it. So starting with 10,000, I'm probably at a net positive. I can't really picture exactly how much that is, because I stopped tracking it for a while. Don't tell the IRS. No, I'm just playing. Is about, it should be just south of 10,000. That's what it should be. So just doing like simple math and how much I've actually calculated into it or added into it. So that's where we stand. Love the content. Keep it up, man. Check your videos. You check my videos daily. Thank you. I appreciate that. How much money did you start with? Oh, I read that. You think we will see ETH dip with the unstaking and data meeting for just holding the line, and then bounce up? I think altcoin season is now approaching fast. So honestly, I don't think Ethereum will dip. I think Ethereum will run, because people are looking at, and I'm trying to understand what people are thinking when it comes to the market, right? So when you're looking at, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything that's in the market, right? I'm trying to see what's going to have the highest use case or the most use case. While you still have people that think that Bitcoin is going to be leading the market, and I mean it is. It's up in dominance by 47%, almost 48%. So it's showing that it's very, very dominant. And that may come from people that are just trying to invest into the top cryptocurrency to see this thing run before that run actually happens. And then when you see altcoin season come on, Bitcoin and Ethereum are probably going to be a little bit steady. However, if it is more of a utility run, Ethereum will start to run more than what Bitcoin is running. So I don't think Ethereum will pull back, but I think you're right that altcoin season is fastly approaching. Seeing how much Bitcoin and Ethereum were moving compared to the rest of the market. And then we can see the rest of the market start to really pick up, and more money is being invested into a lot of these other plays, right? You see billions of dollars that are flowing into the top 10. But then those billions of dollars are going to turn into multiple billions of dollars as they do double and triple their money. And that's going to flow into the rest of the market, into the alt market, where people are, looking at a lot of other plays as potential gainers as well. And while we have already been invested into it, we should see massive gains. I've invested in about 70K from watching your videos. I appreciate you, taking that leap and investing into the crypto market. Hopefully things really, really turn out well for you. I know there's a lot of people that were heavier in the stock market and now are just trying to understand crypto. They look into it and they're like, wow, it's crazy how much this thing moves. It's crazy how much you can gain from it when nothing really has a stable use case right now. So I'm excited that you invested into the market. I hope that you didn't just invest into everything that I invested into, and I hope you're making your own plays, because that's what investing is all about. You can tell people I make money from cryptocurrency because I invest the right way, not because I follow somebody else. Like, I've never wanted to follow. Thank you for gifting one membership, by the way, Fabian. I've never wanted to follow Warren Buffett, obviously, because he doesn't like crypto. I never wanted to follow, Mark Cuban's strategy or whoever's strategy in investing. I wanted to build my own, and that's something that I love, that I can say that I am profitable in many different areas because I built my own investing strategy. You really think Jasmine will hit $1, or is it just a conversation that proposes? So it has the potential, right? Do I think it's going to hit $1? I want to think it's going to hit $1. But the point of saying $1 and all these other levels, right? Fabian, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that. Nero, thank you for becoming a member. The reason why I say $1 here, 1 penny here, 10 cents there, is not because I'm like, oh, we're pushing an unbelievable target. It's because when you set a ceiling, right, you want to make sure you set a ceiling that's definitely obtainable, right? It's possible, but it's not something that's going to happen overnight, right? If it's something that's going to happen overnight, that ceiling could be a detriment to the overall project, right? It could be something negative to the project, because if you look at it like, Dogecoin had a lot more potential to go well above $1, right? But since everybody brought it to the fact that it could just get to $1 at a $100 billion market cap, or 132 at this point $billion market cap, it's going to make it resist hard at those levels, or even close to those levels. Typically, when you get close to those levels, like $1, $10, 100, whatever, about 75% of the way there, that's when you start to see retracements. So seeing, Solana that got up to $100 or got up close to that, it got up to like $80, and then it started to retrace pretty hard. But then it did surpass those levels, and then you saw it basically at like 275 or 265. So basically that 75 level, you're looking at a decrease. You see the same thing with Dogecoin, right? 76 cents. You see the same thing with AMC, right? I think it was $75, $76. So you're looking at those levels when people are like, this can get to $100, this can get to $1,000. You're setting that so that it's a goal that's kind of out there, that's may not happen, but definitely has a chance to get close, So that's what I have there. And I believe there's so much more profit to be had in between where Jasmine is right now and where $1 is. So look for whatever your profit taking strategy will be, because there's a ton of potential gains within that. That makes sense? He doesn't even hold Jasmine. He lied? Me? It's right here, buddy. He made a portfolio video with no Jasmine in it. It's right here. I literally talked about it in the portfolio video. I said I had 200,000 Jasmine coin. Like, come on, man. If you're not going to pay attention to the portfolio video, then I don't even know what to tell you. Obviously, we all saw that he has it. Ignore that guy. Wow, you talk a lot. That's the name of the game, isn't it? To talk? If I just stood here and was like this. You wouldn't really be happy about that. I'm sure you wouldn't be. That's probably a long pause for a lot of people. They were like, wait, did the sound cut off? Like what's going on here? I must have missed that. Yeah, it's right there. My apologies. I appreciate you apologizing, but yeah, that takes That takes a lot because some people just won't apologize. They'll just be like, whatever. I don't believe you. This is just a screenshot, even though the screen is scrolling. I had a total of $26,000 in Coinbase. I think I have like 9,000 or seven, something like that, like 8,000 over in crypto.com. What is the meaning of life? That's deep. What is the meaning of life? I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was asking Erica, I was like, why are we here? What is our purpose? You know, we live. Is our purpose to love? Is our purpose to just exist? Like, what is the purpose of life? That is a great question. And honestly, you read my mind from where I stand. What is the meaning of life? I don't think he's a fool. I just think he just didn't see it. I think about it all the time. Like, what is the meaning? Why are we here? Everything doesn't need a purpose. I understand that, but I mean, it's just like I'm just trying to always think like, what are we here to do? Are we meant to just love and then have heartbreak? Because that's what it seems like it is, right? Where you have family members, you have animals, you have certain living things that live its life, and then they pass away. You love them. You pass away. People love you. They pass away. People love them. That's basically what it is, right? We just live a life of just continuous love and heartbreak, right? I can answer that purpose of life question. In fact, I wrote a Medium article about it. Did you? It's always something that gets me every time I hear it. I've heard like three people ask me that, and um, I just randomly thought about it yesterday. I was looking at the sky, and I was looking at the sunset behind my house, and I was like, this, like, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of getting up and doing all of the stuff that we are doing? Um, is it for love? Is it for um, something more? Live, love, die. Basically, that's what it is. Everyone has their individual purpose in life. I agree with that. Yeah, send a link if you have one, DJ Trev. Yeah, I would like to read that as well. You don't need a purpose to enjoy the journey of life. That's true. You don't. My portfolio is full of protocols. CKB, H bar, tonic, iris. Um, I thought you were gonna throw something in there. That would have been funny if you would have went through all of the different um, if you would have went through all of the what's it called coin symbols, and then you put in like ICUP or something. It would have been funny. But let's go into its long but very interesting read. This was posted on April. Wait, this was posted on April 6th, 2022, so a year ago. Why are we thinking about this in April when it was posted in April? This definitely, there's something going on. Um, anyways, let's look at another position here. Somebody asked me about Jupiter token. So I wanted to go into Jupiter token to see what this is all about. So JUP currently down 15%. That is a large drop, 15%, which could create opportunity. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that you do have a larger drop. It could be a good thing in the short term to where you are going to, make some money out of it depending on what you can see within the project. Now, market cap is $13.1 million, which typically when I see a $13 million market cap or millions of dollars of market cap, I want to see millions of dollars of volume. And I am seeing that. You're seeing $3.2 million worth of volume, meaning that the popularity sort of is there. It lines up right there. You can see some movement. You can see some back and forth within the last month. You can see it from 0.002 all the way up to 1.6 cents. So 20% of a penny, looking at a 5x return up to a penny. That's fantastic, right? Anybody would take that. I would take that. You would take that. We're looking at a 3 billion coin supply of a max supply. You are looking at only 33% that is out there, so you can have a form of dilution. I do not like that, but it's not a crazy amount to where it's like this is 3% and you have 97% that's left. So that's definitely a good thing to see within that project. Now, if we scroll down here to see how many markets it is available on, it does have a couple of markets. One very popular market, looking at Coinbase, you are seeing PancakeSwap, Uniswap. I've never understood how a project can just go on Coinbase unless I guess they pay the money in order to get on those places. And if you are, I mean, you become very popular. Majority of the volume is happening on there. So you're seeing $3.2 million that flows on Coinbase itself. Everywhere else, you're not really seeing a ton. So that's something that I don't like, because if Coinbase decides to somehow delist it for some odd reason, now you have no volume in it or very little volume. So they need to establish more markets so that you're not just feeding off of one specific market. And if they decide to delist it or get rid of it because they don't need it, well, now you're struggling. So that's something that I do worry about a little bit. You need to have a little bit more markets, but it's good to see $3.2 million compared to the $12 million market cap that is there. Current price, I wanted to say it. It was 1234, wasn't it? 1234, or was it 1243? Whatever. But let's go into the contract address just to see how many holders there are. There's 7,204 holders within the position. If you look at those holders, you have an open wallet that has about 11%, another open wallet that has 10%, another open wallet that has 9.9999. That is not something I like to see. See that many open wallets with that high of a percentage? You're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You're looking at about 60, maybe even closer to 70% within the top 7 wallets. That is not something I like to see. That means that it might not, with the fact that you have Coinbase that's you can trade it on, you're probably not going to see any type of a rug pull in any way, but it definitely could be affected in a big way by those people that are holding $1 million worth that could sell whatever they wanted to sell to capture hundreds of thousands of dollars if they wanted to, pay their expenses of their home or do whatever they wanted to do with the money that they hold. So that's something that does worry me, that probably needs more explanation, because you have 60 to 70% that's in the top 7 wallets. But other than that, I would say those two things that worry me, which is one exchange that it's available on, and 70% of the supply that's in the top 7 wallets. Those are two things that I worry about. But other than that, you can see some potential within it. It's just you got to be careful with some of these plays because you never really know. You never truly know. So that's the way Jupiter looks to me. And it may be something that you could see a potential gainer off of. Let's look at the how things have moved. Right, we've seen this at a high price of 70 cents. It has decreased from 2017. We've seen it kind of at these levels. It did increase over 2021, and then we kind of see it flat for a long period of time. So it doesn't like it has any type of hype behind it. And maybe that's because it didn't have Coinbase available. I don't know. But typically you're seeing this in hundreds of thousands of dollars rather than millions of dollars of volume. So if I had to give you any advice, just be careful with the plays that you're investing into, because this could go south very fast with a couple of things that could happen. So yeah, that's my opinion of Jupiter. I only bought Doge and Floki because of Elon. CDC listing, it makes it legit, I think. Well, Doge definitely. Floki, Elon really doesn't have a part in it at all, but it's something that's kind of based off of him. So yes, I turned 18 today and got Robinhood. What should I do? I think you should probably invest into some more like less risky plays. When you're getting when you're getting introduced to the markets, you want to understand how things are rolling, and you want to start with things that are positive. Yes, you're not going to guarantee that things are positive, but you want to slowly understand things. And if you want to go all in and start to really understand, a ton, whether it's moderate risk, whether it's high risk or whatever, um, then I would definitely suggest start with some of those less risky plays that you can gain something consistently, maybe an ETF, a dividend paying position. Then you could start to get into some more riskier plays, get into some crypto, maybe a little bit here, a little bit there, probably jumping into more consistent moving plays or less risky plays in the crypto market as well, being Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, ADA, some things like that. But yeah, that's what I would suggest as in the starting point. But then you can start to learn more and invest into more based on whatever your strategy is. It's a dangerous journey into my psyche. Prepare yourself. Oh, I think we've been there. We hear it all the time. Binance is listing the spell token. That's great. That's fantastic. Are they seeing a push? Is spell token seeing some sort of push? It's not really seeing anything. It's seeing an increase in volume, but you're not really seeing a push within the position at all. It seems like Binance already listed it. Are you talking about Binance.us? It looks like it's available in many different markets. Seeing a total of seeing a total of $16 million worth of volume. So yeah, it doesn't look like anything that's getting like a new listing. Typically, you see things absolutely pump. Matt, how long do you think before alts catch up and start to move faster? So I think Bitcoin and Ethereum need to establish more of a support at some of these levels. We also need to see that inflation and maybe even interest rates are starting to take a positive move for us. And then you start to see institutions that are investing heavy into it. Right now, you're seeing big money that's investing into Bitcoin and Ethereum, but you're not really seeing institutions that are investing into those plays either right now. But once you start to see firms and institutions that have a little bit more capital to do so, they're going to start investing into Bitcoin and Ethereum, taking some of the profits that they have there and elsewhere and throwing it into some altcoins that they believe in. So it's going to take some time, but I do think that it will happen relatively quickly if we are seeing, inflation data, the CPI data come back lower than expected. If we're seeing that we don't have any, or we didn't have any interest rate hikes, if we get back to a form of normalcy with inflation, I think that could really apply pressure to a lot of businesses to get back into the markets heavier. So that's what I'm thinking. And it is all speculation, but that's what I'm thinking. They could be wallets that belong to exchanges. They could be, but typically those are like contract addresses. If you're talking about the wallets for exchanges, well, technically no, but you would see them listed out, and they're not wallets that are meant for exchanges or well, I guess for exchanges because they only have one major exchange, which is Coinbase. If it was held for exchanges, then it would make sense to hold it all together and then distribute it out, because then that would be an explanation. But having it in multiple accounts or having it in multiple addresses means that those are holders, maybe developers that, don't have locked coins or do have locked coins. I don't know. I honestly don't know the information behind it, but it doesn't feel right. Even if they are locked, eventually they become unlocked and people take profit out of those unlocked coins. That's only if. But I'm not saying that it's the worst thing in the world. It's just something to think about. And if you get an explanation on it, it can make you feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm just trying to give you an understanding of what you should look into and if they are looking to fix these things. And if they are, it could be a really, really good position for you and anybody else that decides to get into it if they are looking to it. So for me, I was talking to some of my wife's family members, which are my family members as well. I was talking to them, and I was saying about, now I'm losing my train of thought after reading something. Um, shoot, I had it, and now I lost it. It was a good conversation too, and now I can't remember it. So it happens. It happens to me a lot actually, because I'm always multitasking and reading Twitch, um, YouTube, and usually TikTok, and then obviously going through certain positions. Maybe it'll come back to me. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Um, Well, some exchanges. I don't think it will come back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What about CRO? I'm a big fan of CRO. Most people know that. I personally think CRO with Burns in the bull market will reach $3. I think it can reach a lot higher than $3. Not even with Burns, because you understand that the CRO, right? I don't know if we're going to have an update on CRO today, but let me just give you a breakdown of where my head is when it comes to CRO. CRO is a heavily held position, right? Yes, it is down here. I can't remember exactly where it is. That's Cosmos. I believe Kronos is like down here somewhere. Why can't I find anything? I can never find it. And I'm pretty sure I'm just running right over it. I thought it was like in the 20s, but I guess it's not. There it is. It's in the 30s. So Kronos, um, it's a heavily staked, heavily held position, and it does not need a ton of volume to run. And when it does see a ton of volume, um, we see so much more success within this. We see so much more of a price gain. Now, we understand that there's so much more potential for what Kronos can be used for. And, crypto.com holds all that potential, whatever they decide to do, whether it's, make their NFTs purely be bought through Kronos, could be a possibility. Seeing the Chronoverse run directly through, Chronos, seeing the ability to hold and stake more with certain cards and rewards and all of these other things, it just gives you more value, so much more value within it. Um, Seeing the Chronos chain become more popular could be a huge use case to it, being able to use Chronos as a form of payment to pay the fees. You're looking at a 1.6 billion-dollar market cap. I believe, right, when you see this at $1, you're going to see a $25 billion market cap. I think this can go a lot higher than a $25 billion market cap, if not 50, 75, 100 billion. And some people even believe, and one of those people being me, that this can hit a $200 billion market cap, and also see burns that are associated with it. So do I think it's going to hit a $3 price? I do. Do I think it's going to hit a $4 price? I do. Um, and do I think it may even get a chance to hit a $10 price? I honestly do. But that's in due time, right? You have so much more potential, so many more things that could be brought to our attention that can completely change the game for Kronos. Understand that they came out of nowhere and burned 70 billion coins. Could they do that again? They could. They could burn not 70 billion, but they could burn 70%. They could burn 50%. They could burn 25%. But either way, we could see something happen that we didn't expect to happen. And that's where it gets it to be so interesting, because the unknown makes it very, very, very interesting. But currently we're at 6 cents or almost 7 cents worth of a price per coin. We're seeing 25 billion in circulating supply, at which 30 billion total is in the max supply. You have 5 billion that's held for rewards and all this other stuff there. So people are getting paid out certain rewards, like I am. I have 82,000 at this point, CRO, and I think it has way more potential than people think. I've said it in plenty of videos. It's going to be worth more than a lot of you think, whether it's $1, $2, or $3. I think it's going to be worth a lot more. Just depends on how much time it takes to get there. What's the CPI? So right now the CPI is not fully released yet. We're seeing the expected numbers. The expected numbers are 5.2. From what I hear, there's many projections that are saying that's going to be under. We're going to be looking at it at 5.1. There's some projections that are saying we're going to see it, at expected, obviously. And obviously, we have so many different, or not so many different, we have so much room in between previous and where the expected is that we know we're going to be lower than last month. It just means how much are we going to be lower than last month? Can we come back? I would love it for it to come back lower than 5, and if it does come back lower than 5, expect a freaking boom. Did you look into Pidgey yet? Hopefully I'm saying that right. No, I did not. Give me just a couple of minutes. I just gotta rest my speaking voice a little bit, even though I continue to talk. Matt, what's the price prediction for VVS Finance? I did talk about VVS Finance on my NFA channel yesterday. But I don't have one right now. I mean, I could go through it right now, but I don't have it right now. How long before CPI is released? It's going to be about an hour. A little bit under an hour, so 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is my time. Hey Matt, hey Magnetic Dragon Plays, how are you doing? If you guys want to join me later on my golf channel, I do a live stream in my garage and just hit some golf balls for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and I would love to talk to you guys about, not only just golf, but also we can talk about anything. Love the content, bro. Hi from New Zealand. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for saying that you like the content. It means a lot. When I see people that say, hey, I love your content, I watch you all the time, I appreciate it so much. One, that they came up to me and, talked to me, because I'm very introvert, but I want to be more social at times. So even though I may feel like I'm awkward in a way, I don't think I come across that way. Golfer King, not really. I played some golf yesterday, and it was so fun. I might end up doing the same today. I might play golf every day of the week from now on. If I have the time. Terraport, LOL. My Terraport actually is worth a little bit more. I didn't fully see what was going on, but from last I saw, they said they caught the hacker. If it is a hacker, they said they caught the hacker, and they've like rescued a lot of funds because they tried to put them on exchanges, not really like caught the hacker, but took the funds and where they were going to, because they put them right on exchanges, and they recovered the funds based on those exchanges. So I'll join. I love golf. Well, thank you. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe. I should be live a little bit later, probably somewhere after inflation data comes out. I'll probably only be live here until about 8:45 to see what the reaction is to the inflation data that comes out. But that's pretty much it, just to get prepared to probably go live somewhere around 9 o'clock over there. Yeah, I think that'll be it. I put $1,000 in Terra. This would wait. Will this be returned, you think? What is the value at right now for you? Because I know my value, I put in about $200, and my value is at about $150. Yeah, $150 is what it says here. So I don't know. I would say that I think yes. If it is truly a hacker and they've figured out some stuff that's going on and getting the money back, getting the coins back, then yeah, I think you would get your money back. But I think what people end up doing, and I'm not saying that Terraport is the best thing ever, but people end up jumping the gun and go, oh, it was a hack, or was it? And they question the validity of everything. And I talked about the fact that it does hurt the Terra Luna Classic community. But in that video, I was saying that, you can't pick a side right now. You have to get all the information and then you can run with that. But right now, it doesn't look like all liquidity is pooled. While people are saying that all liquidity is pooled, it wasn't, right? You had a certain amount, yes, that was taken out, but I still had value in mind. If all liquidity is pooled, your value goes to less than pennies worth. And that wasn't the case. I was still looking at, $90 worth, and now I'm looking at $150. So it's going up in value, meaning that all liquidity was not pooled, just maybe a portion of it was. So um, we can't jump the gun on something like that. And I'm not saying that they're the best project and that I support them in any way. Um, I invested into the project and I want to be able to make not only my money back, but also a lot more out of it. I bought it when it was at 80. Wait, bought one when it was at 80. Blessed. It's not much, but my heart is in it. I appreciate your super chat. I don't care how much it is. I really do appreciate it. There's ones that come from Ryan Davis that are worth like less than $1 or something, and I'm I'm all for it. I appreciate the support because the more people that support me, the longer I can obviously do this. I want to be able to do this for as long as I possibly can and be here not only for you guys to give you that second opinion, that third opinion, but be here so that I can be here for my family and stuff. I can whenever Harper is sick, whenever Hayden is sick, I can stay home with them because I'm home, right? I work from home. I can take a day off whenever I want to. It's my business, and even though it seems like I can take a day off, I can still record something and still get some content out, and it may only take me a few hours to put up. Um, so while Harper could be napping or Hayden could be napping or eating lunch, I could record whatever I want to record. So it's not that difficult to do it. And obviously, you put a lot of effort into researching whatever you would record and put out, and you have to be great speaking in front of the camera. Like I feel like I've never been this good live. You got a kid screaming upstairs. I've never been this good live, but I was always nervous about going live when I was talking about, a lot of budgeting and all of those other things. Cause I was like, how is that going to be with like question and answer back and forth? And it's honestly not that bad. It's great to be able to um, converse with people. I thought since I'm an introvert, it would be tough, but it's not. Um, it's something that I feel like I can naturally do, especially talk about things that I like to do. If I'm talking about cryptocurrency and investing, I love to talk about it. So I can continue to talk about it. If you told me to talk about quantum physics or something, I would be done at just saying quantum physics. That's pretty much it. Like beakers and stuff. Let me go and say bye to these kids. I'll be right back down. All right. I'm going to play an ad, but I'll be right back down in a second. I appreciate you guys being here. Is CPI data positive or negative? Right now, it is not out. It will be out in 43 minutes. Everything subscribe to our main Richie's YouTube. Our man, I said main. Our man Richie's YouTube. Yeah, go and subscribe to Richie's Plain Talk. He has a lot of stuff that he made a really good video recently that I watched, and it had a lot of information in it. Um, and obviously it's not like um, everything's not factual, right? It's about how you feel about a certain project or community, um, and they're great opinions, right? They're great opinions and some facts that's in there as well. So when Shibarium, how the hell should I know? They keep they always give us this um what's my outlook? Like my email outlook? For CPI. The CPI, from what I'm understanding, expected is supposed to be 5.2% or 0.8% lower than previous. And I'm hoping that it could be even lower than that because that will make it very, very bullish, in my opinion. But it all depends how people react to it, you know? Is it bad for Lunic that there is no maximum supply? This means one day that we will just go up and our burns will be useless, doesn't it? So, no, it's not. It's a good and bad thing, right? If we decide to turn on minting prematurely, which we've already done basically in order to fund certain people in building on the project. Honestly, I don't think we really need like true building. Yes, if there are upgrades, there are updates that we need um in order to have everything function as normal, then yes, that makes sense. But we need to recover the chain. So burning the supply is the best bet. But what your question is will minting one day, basically no maximum supply, become an issue? And honestly, that was the issue that we had in the beginning, where the algorithm that was in place would allow it to mint as much as possible in order to recover USTC. And if it does recover USTC or UST at the time, then it would stop minting, or it wouldn't just clearly stop minting and wouldn't do it as much. But that wasn't a possibility, right? USTC was or UST was crashing hard. You were seeing people that were giving up on it. It was very difficult to recover it. So you had to mint trillions of coins. Now in the future, will it mess it up? Hopefully they have something in place, but we should get to a point to where our burns get it to a recovery state. Then minting is turned back on because of the algorithm. Minting and burning is turned back on because of the algorithm. So we don't really have a crazy inflated supply, but we still do have the process of minting and it should function as normal. So no, it's not necessarily a problem, but if it is turned on prematurely, it could be a problem to where we undo everything that we've done in the past year when it comes to burns, which would be like 60 billion coins. Question, when Shibarium? When Shibarium burns Shib? Answer, never. It's good. Pretty good. Redline Drifter has a new USTC repeg prop on Agora. That is interesting. I'll have to look at it. I haven't looked at Agora in a while. I can tell you I haven't been looking at proposals that much, to be honest. I was looking at proposals quite a bit before, and now I'm not really looking at proposals as much because it seems like there's just a ton of division on any proposals that really go through. It's like, I don't know, people that believe in burns, people that want burns, people that want more utility, people that want repeg, people that want funding. It's just, there's so much division in every single proposal that it's like, I don't even know where we are, right? I showed you that 95% of people would like to see burns on KuCoin, But if I asked for burns on the network, people are like, no, it's not a thing. I don't know. But yeah, I ended up playing Golden Oaks Country Club or Golden Oaks Golf Club, and I really like that course because the fairways roll forever. Um, I don't know if I want to go and play golf today. I might just edit some stuff. I think I got a golf video to edit, so I might want to just do that instead of golfing outside. But it was fun. It was fun to be able to do that. I just don't want to keep paying a crazy amount of. I mean, right now would be the time to golf because it's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's going to be like 70 plus degrees all week. So honestly, if that's the case, why not? I don't know what the weather is going to be though. Like if it's going to be raining at all. It does look kind of cloudy. Um, Alexa, what's the weather today? That's not bad right now. Oh crap. I'm probably going to have to go. Fire weather watch. Saying that it's going to be dry and there's going to be high winds. Matt, your second opinion is is valuable as I've made my portfolio grow. Thank you. Uh, I think you started out with 5,000, and now after 2 years of investing, my portfolio is 15,000. This is why I like your opinion. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. That's what I mean. When people use an opinion the right way to where they have their own investments, you bring it to somebody else to see what they think, and then you take everything that they're saying, and it's not saying that you need to invest into it based off of what they're saying, but definitely look into the things that they are seeing because some people will see something that you don't see. It's like when you write an essay. You write an essay and it's like 500 pages or something, right? I don't know. It's ridiculous amount of words. Um, and you reread it and it sounds fine to you, and then someone else rereads it and it sounds like a child wrote it with crayon. Um, it's just, some are not words and all of this other stuff. So it obviously needed somebody to look at it again. So that's what this is all about. That second and third opinion that you can get from not only me, but also the people in the chat, the community that we build. It's just worth so much. That if I find something that you should look into, you start to feel maybe a little bit hesitant towards that play longer term. And maybe you end up playing it out for 3 months and you make money from it instead of losing money in the long term. Or, you could have lost money in the short term, but seeing a longer term outlook on it. It just works. It means a lot. Ryan Davis, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that, or super sticker. I am cool with sunglasses. I don't have my sunglasses down here, so I think I'm pretty cool. Now, Terra Classic, as a layer one, needs to encourage development on the chain, offer incentives like less to zero build fees for builders. The issue is not that. Like, I understand that's the long term solution of things, but right now the amount of volume that flows through projects, not just Terra Luna Classic, but projects in general, are majority on CEXs. It's CEX volume. So you need to kind of, if you're trying to recover the chain, and which is what we're trying to do, um, we need to go to where majority of the volume is, not try and create or try and spend all this money to create volume on DEXs when the volume is not going to be there. People are going to use CEXs for on ramps and off ramps a lot. Right now, they treat it as investments. They don't treat it, as something. I don't know how else to put it. Treat it as something as long term investments, right? They don't treat it as something that's going to gain a ton of value over the long term and be a part of something bigger, like how you're a part of a business when you invest into a stock. Well, you should be. Um, it means a lot more there to where you're growing with the business, right? Rather than what you're doing in cryptocurrency, where you're just trying to gain a profit out of it. Most people that are investing, probably 90% of people that are investing into crypto are in there solely for the profit. People that are investing into stock market, right? They're there for wealth building, right? Where it's not just like, oh, I'm looking for the profit and getting out of the position before it collapses. No, you're staying in it for a long period of time. There's a lot of people that are in ETFs, that are in multiple stocks because they want to grow with the business versus just getting the money out of it. So I understand where you're coming from. I'm a fan of building utility for the long term and being a part of something that's much bigger. But if majority of people are investing right now because of gains, we need to kind of adhere to that. And we should be looking at more of the CEX side of things to create some sort of impact to Terra Luna Classic based on that volume. Because no matter what we build, we can build any single little thing on chain. No matter what we build and we create, we're still going to see the off ramps and on ramps happen on Coinbase, or not Coinbase, KuCoin or Binance or wherever, because that's where it is, right? People are not going to on ramp on those platforms and then send it over to a DEX where they have a fee now that they sent it. And now, in order to send it back, in order to off ramp, they have another fee. No, they're just going to keep it on that platform. So, majority of the volume is happening on CEXs and staying on CEXs. That's because we can't buy directly on Terra Station or Station app. And if we could, that may end up fighting that a little bit, but we'll still see more people that are willing to invest on CEXs rather than the on chain. I agree with you, Matt. However, implementing a 1.2% burn tax on all exchanges, yeah, you think implementing a 1.2% burn tax. I'm okay with a 1%, 1.2%. It doesn't matter. Just get something implemented. It could be a 0.2%. What I care about is them just burning on the volume to where we see most of it go through. You know, CEXs benefit from the volume that we have in Terra Luna Classic because it is basically $1 billion project, right? Same thing with Shiba Inu. Why can't they support the community as well, knowing that we need that supply to burn down? Knowing that we just have to get all the CEXs on board. And the problem is that we can't reach out to all these CEXs. So I was told that buy button would be a priority in Q2. I mean, that would be big. Seriously, once I heard of it, because it wasn't my idea to come up with it, I knew that it would be something that could really help. So I created that proposal, and it still has been passed, so it still can be a thing that we focus on. That would be huge because an on ramp directly on station would be a game changer for at least creating that volume and not having any fees in between. Because you can agree that if you're holding on an exchange, most likely you don't want to move it anywhere because you're going to have to pay a fee by moving it. And then if you have to pay a fee again because you need to off ramp it, it's going to make it extremely difficult to do that. So you're going to have to send it back and you're going to pay another fee. So most people are just going to leave it on whatever platform they're on. But that's good if you were told that it was going to be a priority in Q2, but who were you told by? Because you may not have those people in place, right? I'd buy on station even if I had to pay a fee. Most likely the fees wouldn't be crazy high compared to, it depends how much you're buying. So it may be a percentage fee, right? Where you have the burn tax that's associated 0.2%. But if most people are buying, let's say, a million, you're not paying a hell of a lot compared to these exchanges, which you may end up paying, $20 or something, $15, $5 or something like that. You may end up paying less. Hi Matt, did you see the USTC repeg proposal on Agora? I did not. DJ Trev just mentioned this, so I'll have to look into it. I'll write it down because if I don't write it down, I won't remember. Repeg. So cold. All right, so I think I'm good with these three plays that I looked into. I think I looked into another one. I think I looked into Jupiter as well. So I'll leave it at that. Um, Matt, do you think Shibarium will do a real test net after this and then release Shibarium, or will they launch just your opinion? So I think if they do a test net, if they do a real test net here after what they have in this beta, which would be ridiculous because a beta comes after a test. So a beta should be the real situation, right? That should be more of the test of true movement, and then a full test net that's created should be before that beta. But if we're doing it in an opposite way, that would be ridiculous. So I would think that we would have a full launch. But if they do some sort of other test in between, they may not have anything. They may not have how Shibarium really is, or have it truly like compatible. I don't know. Um, because it doesn't make sense to go through this much testing. From what I heard a while ago, a year plus ago, that they were talking about testing Shibarium. And now, we're in a level to where we are in a beta for Shibarium, and then we're talking about another test net. I don't see it. I would like to see just a launch, and I'm sure other people would like to see a launch, but we don't want to see all of these things that are not real, That makes sense? So, my opinion would be no. I don't think we are, but it seems like they're just trying to, string us along for the ride and make sure that we stay invested into Bone and all of this other stuff. So I don't know. And I'm sure, people are making money from Bone and could make a hell of a lot of money from Bone and what's going to happen with it. But my hope is that Shibarium just launches already and we see what the hell it can do. And then if it can't do anything, then we know where to go. I personally thought it would make a difference. You thought it would make a difference if we had a test net versus a real launch. Is that what you're getting at here? Hey Richie, friend of Clay Bro, I bought into ETH staking platform, shared stake finance. It has 16,000 ETH staked in there. I want to know if the price can really pump with the positive news. I think I talked about that position yesterday. 5 a.m. We got about 25 minutes until the CPI data comes out. Guys, we have 300 likes. Thank you for hitting the like button. Everybody that had a chance to hit the like button. Even if you hit the dislike button, I appreciate you guys for being here. It really does mean a lot. Did you look into I don't know how to say it. No, I didn't. Already I got probably missed. Can I scroll back if so? So no, I didn't talk about it. So let's go ahead and look into that play, which is I don't know how to say it. Sayatayo. Sure. Saito. Saito. No, that's not it. Anyways, this play, we're looking at about 1.3 cents worth of a price. It's down about 3%. We're seeing 11% of the circulating supply, and you know what I'm going to say about that. I do not like a lot of dilution within the position. We're seeing a 1 billion supply. Yeah, so billion supply. Max supply will be 10 billion. Total supply right now is about 3 billion. So you're looking at the difference between total and max supply. I don't know if there is some that's burned off and why that is there, because the total supply could obviously, seeing the max supply at such a higher level, meaning that could be introduced to the total supply. So we'll have to look into that a little bit. You are seeing way less volume than when we're standing here. So I don't like the fact that you see $14.2 million, but you're seeing way less volume at $124,000, meaning that this really doesn't have a lot of places where you can buy it. I mean, it's crazy that it has a gate.io, but you don't have a ton of volume going into gate.io. Like they don't have a lot of liquidity. You have LA token as well. So you have some exchanges that it's listed on. It's not just Uniswap. So you should see a lot more volume. Historical data has shown that this has hovered in the hundreds of thousands, if not being lower than that, 83,000. So honestly, it's showing a lot of things that need to be addressed or need to be fixed in a way. But if you can get an explanation for why the circulating supply or what the dilution potential could be, that could break down one of those. And you go into the next piece. What's up with the popularity? Is it popular? Will it ever be popular? Volume doesn't really show that it is, but let's look into where the price has been. So we've seen this price up to 9 cents of a high. And that was in 2022, January 2022. We've seen this in when everything really started to collapse. We're seeing this kind of steady around these areas of about 1 cent to 2 cents for a long period of time. So you're not really seeing a major pump. Even when we did see everything start to run, we're not really seeing a major pump in that time frame. We haven't seen it come back either, so it definitely is more consolidating somewhere around here. But the difference between the two, difference between market cap and fully diluted market cap, is what is bothering me here. I don't like seeing this much of a difference, meaning that if you are holding the position for a long term, it's not going to give you value. Short term, you want to see volume. So for short term gains, you're not seeing that potential. For long term gains, you're not seeing that potential either because of how much is actually introduced there. You have $133 million in a fully diluted market cap. You have 8,200 holders within the position. You're also looking at about 10% that's in a contract address, 9% that's in a multi-chain old BSC bridge. You have another, so it's not really any red flags on the overall percentage that the supply is distributed in. I don't really have any red flags at all. Things look pretty normal. But it's just all the things on coin market cap that's kind of pushing me away. It's not an investment for me because it doesn't really show a ton of short-term or long-term potential with how much could be diluted. Does that make sense? I don't want to sit here and I still don't know how to say it, even though you put it out there. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. But it doesn't mean that you can't make money from it. I just don't see it. Short term, it doesn't look like I can make a ton out of it. And long term, it looks like it will be diluted. So you will eventually decrease that price a hell of a lot. I don't understand why I can't buy XRP, BNB on KuCoin. You can buy XRP. You have to take, I think I can log into KuCoin. I mean, maybe it's depending on where you live, but I can buy XRP on KuCoin or trade for it. So if I go to spot trading, I would have to log in. I'm not going to log in. You go to spot trading, you can get XRP to USDT. So if I go here, you can get XRP, as you see up at the top of the screen, XRP to USDT, and you can buy. I would have to log in order to buy and sell and all that stuff. And I don't know if it's available for everybody, but I used USDT. Thank you for checking it out. It just doesn't have the popularity yet, but I'll see how it goes in the bull market. They're doing some great things for this space. Yeah, it's all about timing, really, right? For the long term on it, it's just so like it has so much dilution potential. Which again, if you get answers to how the dilution will happen, how they look to distribute those coins that are available, then you can understand that. And if it will create value based on that distribution. It's just with the markets they have available and how little volume you're seeing, it's just not really lining up for me, you know? So popularity isn't there, but there's definitely some more that you want to look into before you go heavy in on it. They may be doing something great, like I've said in the past. Um, you can, when you have utility and no popularity, it's sort of a dead project, right? It's sort of something that doesn't have as much volume, or not completely dead, but doesn't have won't see the gains that you want it to see. But if you have popularity and you don't have utility, you have potential. So um, you have to look at it that way. Is CPI out? No, we have about 17 minutes until CPI comes out. So once CPI comes out, I'll let you guys know what it is. We will stay live for about 15 minutes afterwards. And then we will also be live on the golf channel later. So if you want to talk about where CPI is then, we can definitely talk about that. If you want to talk about how the market is reacting, I hope that things boom. Then we can talk about that as well. But I'll be golfing a little bit later in the garage, just hitting some golf balls. And I'll probably go from like 9. Yeah, I'll probably go from like 9 till like 9:30 or 10. I'm in Atlanta. However, my account has been unverified ever since I opened it. Oh, well, verify it. I wish I could catch a play on L Bank. 700% in a blink of an eye. Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult to find a play that runs that much. Is always difficult to have. It's always difficult to find. Um, but you can't just like go and invest in everything, because yeah, you'll gain 700% in one, but all the other ones that you've invested into, you'll just lose 700% in those plays. So um, you'll lose all of those gains before you even gain the 700%. You know what I mean? But yeah, right now, let me go ahead and exit out of all this. Right now, again, CPI data, we're looking at an expected number of 5.2%. Previous was 6%. So we have a range. Like I said in my tweet, we have a range of 0.8%. We have so much in between that we know we're going to come back lower than previous. But the real question is it going to be lower than expected? Because if it is lower than expected, it should be a big move for the market, especially after seeing more of a downturn today. We should see a huge move for the market if it comes back lower than expected. I tried a couple of times, but L Bank is not sending me confirmation mail. Oh, that sucks. FTM will pump to 94 cents, and FOMO can push it to $1.10. So TP, when it reaches those levels. What's TP? Sell before it's too late. Sell what before it's too late? You think the markets are gonna, or you think CPI data is gonna come back and it's gonna have a negative impact on it? I mean, it could be possible. I want to see how people react to it. My overall thought is that people react in a positive manner, but we will have to see. Take profits. Got you. You always have to have a profit taking strategy. For everybody, you have to have a profit taking strategy. Guys, we have 324 people here, which is the largest amount of people that we've had in the live stream in probably maybe a month. So I'm excited for all the people that are here. I appreciate you guys for being here. CPI data, if you're here for that, will be released in about 14 minutes. And we will have a breakdown like this. Like if you look at where people stand, right? People are always looking at inflation, or have been looking at inflation for the last several months. That inflation has been decreasing every single month, right? You've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Well, technically 8 because you see that decrease here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months that this has decreased in inflation, and now you're looking at the ninth month that you would see it decreasing. 9 straight months of decreasing inflation, but we've been seeing rate hikes, every single month to get us back to normal. And even at 5.2%, it's not back to normal. So will they still stop with all the ads? One, you got to support the YouTubers. I play an ad maybe every 20 minutes. Sometimes I forget and I don't play an ad for like an hour. So I try and do it. It's 5 seconds and you have an ad, it breaks up, and then you just click skip and you're good. So you got to support it. I stopped watching Run Guys, aka the scam guys. I'm solely what did they scam people on? Did they scam people on something? 3 ads already. I've been going for 2 hours. I've only played 3 ads. I played 1 in the beginning, 1 in the middle, and 1 just recently. Some people don't get ads if you have premium. Like I have premium, so I support every creator every time I watch a video because I'm, without even watching any ads, I'm giving them, um, that revenue. I'm giving you all good trades. Don't hodl because you wait. I'm giving you all good trades, but don't hodl because you will get wrecked like that. Just be in and out of the projects, and you will become a better trader. I mean, you're not wrong. You have to find a way. You have to find your strategy and when you're going to take profit. Taking profit is essential. Is definitely the most important piece of investing, and a lot of people don't know how to do it. They'll investing in plays feels amazing and seeing the gains feels amazing, but if you're not taking profit, it doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel confirmed until you take that profit. And there's a lot of people out there that I have talked to in various maybe like one-on-ones that we do through Patreon, and people are like, yeah, I just don't know. I just don't take profit. I invested in Dogecoin and got up to $80,000 or $100,000 and just didn't take profit. And that's not what you want to hear, or what you want to see. If you invest a couple of $1,000s, take your initial investment, take a little bit of profit. It doesn't hurt you to take some out. What it does hurt you is to keep all of it in, right? Because now you're hoping that this is going to be just the next best thing, the best thing in the world when it comes to crypto, and you don't really know, right? You can say that it is, you have all the detail behind it, but it doesn't mean that it absolutely will. So you have to make sure you take some profit. I took some with AMC. I took some with Terra Luna Classic. I didn't take any with Shiba Inu, but I've taken some with various projects because I have profit taking strategies. No, just grab the right projects. What? I saw your video yesterday about CPI. Yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. I hope that things absolutely take off real quick. I just got off work. Did the CPI data reveal? No, not yet. We're waiting for 8:30. We got about 9 minutes until that comes on, and we'll get an update on that, whether it's on Twitter, which it most likely will be on Twitter, and what CPI data will be. So I'll just type it in to see what it is, and then get it. But then I also want to post the fact that I know we will have 9 straight months of decreased inflation. So you hit it spot on with that explanation, Matt. Thank you. Lunatics. I do take any profits. Wait, I do take any profits either. Only 1 million market cap. I don't know what you're saying there. I have YouTube Premium. I don't see ads. Let the ads fly. I mean, that's the way to do it. I watch so much YouTube that I have to. I have to have YouTube Premium. It's a way to support them without having the gap. Because if I am watching ads in every video that I'm watching, especially with the longer ones, podcasts and all that stuff, it's definitely an issue. Uh, I don't take profits, any profits either. So, I mean, I took in the beginning with Lunatics Token when I first invested into the BSC side, I did take a little bit of profits and when I invested into it. Now that I am a private holder, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, in the BSC side, as well as going to be the ETH side whenever that does launch. Whatever I'm a private holder in, I just keep, I stake, I take the value of that, and obviously that increases my overall net worth by however much that's worth by just sitting in there. Um, but yeah, I find a way to take profits everywhere. I have to. I don't make it known in every single thing. I try to do it in most things, but if something doesn't have as much, um, as many people investing into it, it's something that could collapse the overall position. If I'm like, hey, I'm selling at this point, then everybody else sells at that point, and it's not a good thing, especially if you have 200,000 subscribers. Um, so I don't really do that with lower end positions because I don't want to sit here and collapse a position by everybody selling at the exact same time. If people are willing to take profits and find your own place to take profits, it doesn't have to be exactly when I take profits. But as far as Patreon, I will let you guys know when I sell basically anything. But YouTube, it's something where it's kind of selective, right? I'm going to tell you that I'm selling a lot of the bigger plays if I sell Terra Luna Classic or Shiba Inu or Ethereum or anything that really doesn't have an impact on what I'm selling because it's like maybe a couple of thousands of dollars. But when it's something that's a smaller play that really only has $1 million that goes into it, if I'm telling people I'm selling $5,000 worth of that play, you may have a effect of $5,000 here, $10,000 there, $20,000 there, and then you have basically 10%, 20% coming off the top of it. So that's not something I like to see. Um, no change in the cash rate. 3.6% in Australia last week, first time in 10 months with no rate rise. It's good, I guess. Matt, the miners of Bitcoin are big up yesterday in the stock market. I guess that's good. I don't see much much of a future in mining, to tell you the truth, right? Because we're trying to push away from that and having that higher cost or higher you know energy usage, so it's more environmentally friendly, and obviously that's what Ethereum's on. So we're probably going to get there. Now, TerraWolf and Core Scientific. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. No popular YouTubers are covering Zen. You should jump on that. It will be huge. Maybe I'll look into it. I think I covered enough projects for this morning in order to put on the NFA channel. I don't want to put like 700 projects. I mean, maybe in the future we'll do something like that. Well, not 700 projects a day, but a couple of more projects depending how people take it. Mining's what help keeps Bitcoin decentralized and out of the SEC's crosshairs. I guess I'd have to agree with that. Yeah, I guess I would have to agree with that because you look at everything else that's really collecting an APY for staking and having validators and everything that they're doing there. Yeah, they're being labeled as unregistered securities. So yeah, I see what you mean. Guys, we have 400 people that are here. Guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. If you guys are interested in this content, feel free to check out any of the other content I have across YouTube. If you guys want to see any of my updates, I'm going to have an update on the NFA channel for XRP, for Jupiter token, for Solana and Kronos that I went over today, and maybe even whatever the heck that other name is, SAITO. Um, so yeah. Stock horse scientific, 20 cents to 40 cents. And TeraWolf is 28 cents to $1.40 in 2 days. That's huge. House owners don't think it good, and renters are not exactly dancing in the streets. Um, yeah, you're right. I well, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the interest rates. Why don't renters think it's good? Oh, cash rate of 3.6%. Oh, sorry, I guess I read that wrong. That nice. Mr. Nice Guy. Is the CPI data released live on TV? It is. I don't have that. I mean, I could bring up Xfinity. I just don't want to show any other videos because I never know what will be demonetized. And if one thing gets demonetized, the whole entire thing gets demonetized. So I really don't. Um, like if you have 1 second of something that somebody doesn't want you to show, boom, the whole thing is demonetized. It's 2 hours down the drain for you putting 1 second of a clip in there. So I don't like to do that because I never know what's going to be demonetized there. But once the CPI data does come out, I'll be able to have it. I'm sure it will come out on Twitter. Somebody will talk about it instantly as soon as it does happen. We will also see this update maybe in like the first 5 minutes. So maybe 8:35 is when we will see it. But we will have to get a breakdown on CPI data. So we'll get it. I tried to stream someone Fallout 3 and got a copyright strike because of the music in the game. Yeah, a lot of games have stream friendly music now because they'll say, "Are you streaming?" and they will play different music. But if you are not streaming, they will play the normal music, which are music that was paid to them for using it in the game. Or sometimes the game pays the artist to use their music. But it just all depends how negotiations are. If the artist wants to push their own music, then you see that music in the game. If the game really wants a certain music, then you'll have that. But anyways, let's go to CPI data. Let's see where it is. CPI data right now. That's 26 minutes ago. Let me know. It's 5%. 5%? Is that what we're looking at? People find this so fast. I mean, they're probably watching it. uh, so let's refresh this. We're looking at 5%. Market is going to rally. I mean, that's point 0.2 lower. That is 1 full percent. CPI is 5% year over year. Expected 5.1. That's huge. That is huge. Will the market rally? USD is tanking. I streamed an hour long DJ set. YouTube didn't appreciate that. Yeah, I bet. I bet they did not. We'll do breaking. See if this updated. I think it should have updated. So, um, Yeah, I don't know why that came back. March is somehow gone. There we go. March came back, but it's still not updated on that website. But yeah, we're looking at 5%. Um, let's see. Taking CPI 5%. Let's see. Bam. CPI is crypto is like forget that CPI report. We do what we want. Just like when the bank run happened. That's true. Big green candles. Are we seeing huge green candles on the in the crypto market? We're starting to see that overall decrease in the day start to diminish. We're seeing Bitcoin that is now up on the day. So we should see some major movement here. Hey, Matt, are you going to use the same setup in the garage, or did you upgrade for your golf channel? So I didn't upgrade yet. The camera that I'm using is like a webcam, and it freaking sucks. I would need to get another 4K Elgato streaming device, and then I can upgrade that to have a better picture at least. But I'm using Streamlabs and I'm able to show everything. I am going to update the mic because the mic wasn't picking up yesterday, which they said it sounded good, but it sounded absolutely horrendous. So it's going to be a lot better. Let's see. But yeah, we should see crypto start to really, really pick up because of CPI data and where we stand. That's a full like 1%, um, full 1% difference than where we were last month. So that is a drop of 1% with that rate hike. Are we still going to see rate hikes? That's something that we also want to talk about here. But 5 straight months of decreased inflation, or sorry, not 5 straight, 9 straight months of decreased inflation is huge. Absolutely huge. So I want to go ahead and check this out and uh, put this there. 5 straight months of decreased inflation. Boom. I can't. Oh, mm, is insane. We'll schedule that. We'll schedule that for like 10 minutes from now. No, maybe 20 minutes. Not April 17th, April 12th at what time is it? We'll do it at 9 o'clock. So expect that tweet to come out at 9 o'clock. BTC's 15-minute candle is absolutely sick. Is it? Look at this. Look at how the market is starting to change a little bit. We're starting to see some green, some green. Right? Solana is up 8.7%. That's crazy. It already was up, and now it's up even more. We're seeing the market that's slowly making its move. I'm glad I dollar cost averaged and hold on my your badges or bags. Gala looks like it's taken off. Really? I think you have done a few long videos, vids, DJ Trev. Okay, I'm glad. Lunik doing nothing as usual. Yeah. Uh, nice. It's just Dixie drops. Chill. bags. And we all got the bags. Thank you guys for being here today and, chilling with me and, having these conversations. I can't wait to see what crypto does. Matt, my favorite channel, man. I appreciate that. That means the world. You know, I expect some pullback with all these things pumping at the moment. I mean, with how I would expect a pullback, but I would also expect it to run a little bit more. I want to see it up to a 1.25 or 1.3 trillion dollar market cap. That would be freaking phenomenal. But in due time, right? We'll see things that pump. Maybe they'll pump a little bit later. But you're still seeing things that are in the red. Just in the last hour, things are up. Like Bitcoin's up 1%, 1%, and Ethereum's up 1%. You're seeing XRP that's up 1%, Cardano 1%, Dogecoin, Polygon, Solana. You're seeing a lot of things that are up in the last hour. The last 24 hours are still down, but the last hour things are moving. Same here. Best channel, Matt Rocks. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Crypto is pumping. Matt, are you buying more Lunic right now? No, I have all the Lunic I need. I invested $43 and I don't need to invest anything more. It's so much better to be able to say that I turned $43 into a lot more, but I'm gaining more Lunic over on the Station app, the Station wallet. I think I have like 219,000 in rewards. So I'll just keep gathering whatever I'm gaining in rewards, and call it a day. And I'm also gaining some from the BSC side of Lunatics token. So again, I'll take that. Um, let's see. Gold is almost back to all-time highs. That's great for people that are investing in the gold. I'm not. Guys, we have 400 likes today. That is the most likes that we had in the last, I don't know, 6 months maybe. Like, I think so. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've had, it probably hasn't been that long. But, maybe, let's say the year. So 4 months. In the last 4 months, we haven't had 400 likes, and we hit 400 likes today. So I appreciate you guys. Everybody that's on Twitch as well, I appreciate you. Matt is my morning cup of crypto. Love to hear it. Must be the cap, like the hat that I have on, the Adidas hat. Run guys have a lot of paid promotions on their site. Yeah, I would imagine so. You've been streaming a long time today. Yeah, it's about 2 hours. I used to do 3 hours. Matt, me too. I appreciate your channel. But 3 months ago, you said the translate in French. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Lost. So CPI data is 5%. Yes, 5%, a full percentage lower than expected. You look at this, that's 9 straight months of decreased inflation. Now, the question that we have, right? Two questions. One, will the markets run? And two, will we see interest rate hikes even though we're seeing this increased inflation? And the answer to that is I think we probably still will. If we do, people are going to be upset, right? But I still think that we're not back to normal. We're at 5%, which we could see this drop even more, and get us back to normal and just kind of eat whatever that cost is. And this is coming from a person that does have a home equity line of credit in that range of percentages. So, not saying that I wouldn't be affected by it, because I would, and I will be. Oof. Yeah, what I could do is get my other camera that I have, my Sony A61 A6100. I like this camera. I could use it in the garage as well. and I don't even know what the percentage is. I could use it. It's only 21%. There's no way I can use it. But I could use that, keep that charged in the garage. I need to upgrade that area, but we'll figure it out. Right now, it's still going to be horrible. The audio should be good. Have you considered starting a Spanish speaking channel? Um, you would just take your videos and have Spanish speaking recordings, record the audio for the video. Um, would be would open you up to a whole new audience. I agree that it would. And I just don't know how I would do it and how I would keep up with it. That would be amazing to be able to do, but it just all depends on the ability to do it. Run Guys pounded Zombie Inu for months, bought a little at pre-sale. I'm down to 32 cents. Wow. I've talked about Zombie Inu not in a positive light or anything like that, just more informational. I think somebody talked about it on a live stream, and I mentioned it because they were asking me, "Hey, what about Zombie Inu? You're getting into that?" And I was like, "I mean, the NFTs look cool, but it's just not something that I see that's going to have a major amount of success." They're like, "Oh, it's going to be a multiple billion-dollar cryptocurrency," and I'm like, "Well." It does look like it's feeding off of the name of Shiba Inu, which means that it's not going to be worth more than Shiba Inu. Now, what percentage will it be away from Shiba Inu? Like, what percentage of Zombie Inu, or what percentage of Shiba Inu will be Zombie Inu, basically? Um, Not saying that they make up one another. I'm just saying, like, out of a percentage, like you're looking at a $5 billion market cap compared to a $5 million market cap compared to a $5 billion market cap. Like, what's the comparison? What's the range in between? And it just didn't make sense to me. There's a lot of plays out there that are and were Enus, and some of them survived and created a name for themselves without the Enu, kind of like Floki, even though it did function off of an Inu or is based off of Shiba Inu, the dog, not really the coin itself, but the meme, I guess, if you want to say that. So yeah, it's yeah, great idea. He would gain a ton more viewers. You're right. I would. What do you think of the current state of SHIB? I think it's fine. I don't like the fact that we're being lied to consistently, for Shiba Inu. We shouldn't be lied to and told that we're going to see massive burns, and then they come back with less than a penny in every transaction, knowing that you're going to need multiple millions of transactions that go through in order to see any type of impact. And that means that you're kind of pushing to have more transactions for Bone to have a massive effect as well, not only for SHIB to have a massive effect. Um, they've kind of thought this through and how SHIB, or the thought of burning SHIB would create more hype behind Bone. And if they make it so that burning a hell of a lot of SHIB will mean a ton of transactions, that means more transactions have to happen on Shibarium, meaning that they get more out of Bone as well as whatever they're building. So it's stupid. But I think the community still is excited about this. And I think we'll go very far. It just depends how far we'll go, depending on some of these burns. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. We'll see how things are rolling. Right now, the crypto market is sort of moving in the right direction. We're seeing it now, instead of being down 2%, we're now down only 0.18%. Everything seems to be moving quite a bit in the last hour, so I'm excited about that. But we'll see how things are going. If you want to continue this conversation in a way, I will be in my garage in a little bit, and I will be live streaming on my golf channel. So if you want to check out my golf channel, link is in the description. And I'll be live over there, and we'll just be chatting it up while I'm hitting some golf balls and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much today for a great live stream. 400 plus likes, 4,000 views, $27 in chat revenue, 8 members. I appreciate all of you guys. It means the world to me that you guys are here. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.